Hi there, I'm Skip.
I'm Ernestine. I'm not Skip. I'm Ernestine.
Forgot your name?
No, I know who I am.
You want to be Skip.
We got Hazel. We have
This
Hazel.
is all we have of Hazel. She's still doghouse for the second week in a row, even though we saw some of your comments, hashtag free Hazel.
Free Hazel. Free Hazel. Well, right now we just have a head of Hazel.
She has misbehaved so many times while we're taping the show that mom over here finally said, that's enough. Dad said it's okay, I can put up with it, but it was mom's fault.
Well, we'll see. Maybe she can come back
She ruled,
soon.
she dictated, she doghoused poor Hazel, who's stuck back in the bedroom, and I'm sure she's going to raise hell here in just a few minutes. But
she's with us in spirit.
In spirit.
Hi, everyone.
Big-headed Hazel.
Anyway, we'll bring her back maybe next week if she behaves.
This is Skip versus Ernestine. This is round 36, brought to you, as always, by FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Your questions, your comments are the lifeblood of this show. They just get more and more provocative and debatable week after week after week. Just get deeper and require us to delve deeper week after week. In this week's batch, it takes the cake, right? I don't eat cake, but it takes the cake. And we had a hard time this week just deciding what not to do, right?
So many
it took
good
hours
questions.
just to figure out what not to put into the show. So let's get right to it with, this is at Rafael Gonzalez 7024, who says, crazy, I can totally skip the Skip Bayless show from time to time and be fine, but Skip versus Ernestine, never missing it. Raphael,
yay.
Give me a break, man. How can you skip the Skip Bayless show? I'm offended by that.
Don't be offended.
I'm actually outraged by that.
Us.
And now you've set me off. You've got me in a mood, and she's going to take the brunt of it for the rest of this show.
I appreciate that he has good taste.
Way to go, Raphael.
He has really good taste.
Yeah, you are the star of the show. Right. So you eliminated the rising star in Hazel. You eliminated her because she was too threatening to your aura on the show.
Get her off.
Next,
it'll just be me.
This show's going to go from Skip versus Ernestine to just
Ernestine
quote
versus
Ernestine. Yeah, it'll just be Ernestine.
No, it's not. But thank you for that's very sweet.
Way to go, Raphael.
I appreciate that.
I really deeply appreciate that.
Watch him occasionally so he doesn't feel so bad.
Yeah, this is Bruce from St. Louis, one of my favorite towns. Ernestine, how are you doing now that preseason football has started? Sending all the hugs because I know how much quote-unquote fun these next 6 months will be.
Oh, boy. Bruce hit it right on the head. What did I say to you a couple of days ago before we even read the question? I said, we should talk about the craziness that's going to ensue for the next 6 months.
And what did I tell you? I said, the truth is, the NBA playoffs are worse than the NFL season. Not the NBA season, but the playoffs are absolute. It's not March Madness. It's April Madness.
No, it's not as bad as this.
It's relentless. Every single night is like it goes from 5 games down to 4, down to 3.
I don't find it. I don't find it as bad. Football becomes engulfing. It's Saturday college, Saturday night. Sometimes there's a NFL. Sunday.
No, not Saturday night. Well, sometimes in the playoffs.
There is,
but.
Sunday,
but there's always some Saturday night
morning,
late game.
From morning till night, there's football 24/7, 5 games at once. Then there's Monday night.
Yep.
Then there's Thursday night.
Yep.
Then there's
going to be some Friday night this year.
Friday. Okay.
Then
so
there's some college games on Friday night.
Oh, they never end between the college and the NFL. I can't. It just blows my mind. I can't take it. It's just so crazy. So my answer to you is I don't see him for 6 months, which that's fine. But 6 months, I just live alone.
Well, you can see me for the hour a week that it takes to tape the show, right?
Well, that's
pretty good. I'm here.
Yeah.
I will give you this. Especially the college games are endless. They're like
it's just
4
ridiculous.
and a half hours.
I don't like the college games. I'm sorry. I don't like college football. I don't like college basketball.
At least you don't have Shador in college football anymore. Last year we watched every Shador game for Colorado.
Where is he now?
Cleveland Browns.
Oh, Cleveland Browns. Okay. I mean, I like him. I like Dion, and I like them. Nothing against the guy. I just can't stand the whole college thing, and then
But I
then
am
they
going to watch
cry.
every Saturday. They don't cry.
They do too. Sometimes they sit on the sideline when they
In
lose and they
basketball, they
cry.
cry sometimes. Yeah, because it's one and done.
And now they're making
Look,
millions of dollars, and it's
I
just
grew up in Oklahoma
ridiculous.
City. I'm going to watch my Oklahoma Sooners
Yeah, you
every
are.
single minute of every game.
You
I
are.
went to Vanderbilt University, especially this year with Diego Pavia. I'm going to watch my Commodores play every minute of every single game.
That's fine.
So that's a lot of tube time, man.
Well,
That's,
you like it. I have no interest.
Yeah.
I grew up in New York. We didn't really have football teams. I mean, the Jets and the Giants, but we didn't have college teams on Long Island. It
No.
wasn't like that. So I don't have any interest.
and I can prepare you for this right here, right now. Get ready
Yeah.
for, I don't even know if you know who he is,
Who?
but he's going to be the talk of not only the town,
Who?
but of the
Who?
world. Arch Manning.
Oh, I know who he is.
You
I know
know
who he is. I know
Peyton and
I know
Eli,
the
you
bloodline. I
kinda
know the whole thing.
Archie.
Well,
This
it's
is
just they're like the
Arch.
Kardashians. It's endless.
They're not
Seriously.
like the Kardashians.
It
but-
goes. The Kardashians now have the the kids upon kids, and the Mannings are
Yeah.
the same exact way. So
Well-
there'll be another Manning after him.
Okay, so he's playing at quote unquote your school. We've told the
Oh,
story before,
right.
but I went to do a show
Right,
at
it's
Texas
the
one year. This
Horns,
is
yeah.
in 2005,
Uh-huh.
and Mac Brown was the coach,
I
and so
remember.
Mac Brown gave us all orange, burnt orange hats,
Baseball caps.
baseball caps, and I took one back to her, and she started wearing it in New
I
York
liked
City,
it. It
walking
fit
up and
me.
down 8th
It was
Avenue
a good fit.
with it. It looked good on you.
Yeah, it was a
actually.
good fit on the
And so
hat.
we'd be walking up and down 8th Avenue on a Saturday, and people would walk past her
They
and
give
go,
me the
hook 'em
horns,
horns,
yeah.
right?
I
Hook 'em horns.
was favored on 8th Avenue.
Hook 'em, unhook 'em. I'm an
Oh.
OU fan.
Yeah.
But they would yell at her like she went to Texas, and she didn't even know what Texas
I did
was.
too.
She
I
wouldn't even
wasn't
know it
that
was in
clueless.
Austin,
I
Texas.
No, I didn't know where it was. I thought it was another country.
Okay, well, get ready because Arch Manning now plays for Texas,
Oh,
and they
God,
will play my
please.
Oklahoma Sooners in the Red
Great.
River rivalry.
Okay.
So you better.
I'll be
get
at the
ready.
Hollywood Heritage Museum.
And I do think my Dallas Cowboys are going to be better this year, so I will be watching every
Well,
single
hopefully
second
they
of
are.
those games.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Please, I don't want to hear it on the other side of the house.
NBA is tougher on me.
No way. Mm-mm.
Okay, this is Kelly from Portland, Maine, not Portland, Oregon. Portland, ME as in Maine. I was reading an article in the Wall Street Journal where college kids are using Google Calendar to schedule hookups.
I actually printed out.
What in the world? What do you make of this? And does the idea of scheduling hookups sound romantic at all? Asked Kelly from Portland.
I
And where did
actually
you print?
printed out the Wall Street Journal
You
article.
did?
Wall Street Journal article.
Way to go.
Okay,
She's
hookups.
doing her homework. She's learning from
But-
the master
Yeah, right.
of
Yeah, I didn't know
homework.
about anything. I don't know. only
Overachiever
work-
here.
Right, whatever. Anyway, the thing is, the article did talk about hookups, but it really was primarily about how college kids are so overbooked these days, and kids, even young kids, that they have to create schedules for they're eating from 7 o'clock to 7:15. 7:15 they run to the class. 7:20 they go to the, and so they have to put in the hookups times. And so a couple of kids were saying they were offended when somebody wrote to them and said, how about 8 p.m. hooking up? And then they realized, well, okay, it goes into the schedule. So that was the whole
How-
idea.
How many minutes did they
I
schedule
don't
the
think they
hookup for?
didn't talk about
Like
the hookups.
15?
They didn't talk about the minutes. But I think it's really about being overbooked. See, it says hookup college kids schedule literally everything on Google Calendar. So everything is scheduled now on the calendar. It's just, that's the calendar. That is a calendar.
They
that
can't
you could
see
see.
that.
Whatever, they can see. So it's crazy. But I know that my friends that have kids and they have relationships with their spouse, they have to schedule a time to hook up because everybody's life is so crazy busy that there's only a certain amount of hours in the day, and that's what this world has become.
Mm.
And kids have it the worst now because I have friends that have kids in lower grades and higher grades in college. Their whole life is scheduled around dance class, art class, acting class, gymnastics. This is all after school. Me, I had band.
Okay, I'm going to start with this. Small sample size, but I know some college-age kids,
Mhm.
and I always intrigued by what's their dating life like, and they don't really date. They go out in big groups on Saturday nights with
Yeah.
20 guys and maybe 10 girls.
Yeah.
And then maybe you end up taking one of the girls to another bar, just the two of you, but they don't seem to date.
I don't know. Maybe people you're talking to, but I think people are dating in college. That's like still a thing. And then they leave college and they're still dating that person, and most likely they break up. But
Okay,
I
back
think
in
it's all
my
around.
day, starting in 7th or 8th grade, you go to what in those days was called junior high school.
Yeah.
Everybody tended to have a girlfriend. Everybody tended to go steady, or whatever you want to call that
When
thing.
you were in 8th grade?
Heck yes. Yes.
I didn't.
Well,
I didn't
starting
have
in
a
9th grade,
boyfriend in 8th grade.
I had the same girlfriend all the way through high school and the same girlfriend all the way through college.
Right,
and
look where that got you.
okay, we broke up 29
Shouldn't have
times.
started
but,
that early with her.
Okay, but we got married, unfortunately, because we thought we were supposed to.
Well, that's because you were dating her when you were 5 years old or something. So
actually, I was 14 and she was still 12.
Okay, so the odds of that
Yeah.
progressing into a real relationship is like nil.
That's not true. Well, it
What are you
was.
talking
It
about?
was. It was.
So when you're 13 years old, and then that's going to last you a lifetime, 13 until you're 98 years old.
Well, I don't know. It's
I
happened
doubt it.
before.
Maybe once in a blue moon. I don't know, but that's not the norm.
Okay.
But anyway, I didn't date when I was 8 years old.
No,
No.
you didn't. You
I
didn't
was
really.
I was interested in school, and I loved band, and I that was my whole thing.
You didn't really date until you were out on your own in New York,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So maybe I
Late
don't know. I'm the
bloomer.
weirdo. So
Yeah. Okay, but there was that movie. I think you saw it and I didn't, called Friends with Benefits. So
with
there
Mila
was,
Kunis.
but they were older. It was Mila. Was it?
I don't know if
Ashton
it's Ashton
Kutcher?
Kutcher. I can't remember who the guy was.
But the point was they were just friends who scheduled hookups.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people do that. I have girlfriends that do that with guys that they're friends, and they just sleep together, and that's it, and they're friends.
Okay. Well,
But
so maybe
but
that's
this
not
is
so
all
unusual.
about-
It's
no,
about
but
scheduling.
This is all about
Which
you know,
obviously to who was it, Kelly? To
Kelly.
her point, now it becomes like clockwork. Like it takes all the
Well,
romance
it's all
out
about
of it. Like,
Google Calendar dictates students' every waking moment
Okay.
from walks to class to what time they go to bed. It's kind of
Alright.
unnatural, but that's the world today.
okay.
But I still think there's room for romance somewhere, and I don't think the romance is as much, in college as it is when you get out of college and you're
Well,
living a real
hey,
life.
I was extremely busy in college because I was overmatched. I was a public
Yeah.
school kid from Oklahoma City at Vanderbilt against, having to compete with these prep school kids
Right, but
from
you
New
still
York.
had a girlfriend.
Okay, I did, but my point is, I'm writing for the school paper at Vanderbilt called The Hustler. It's a weird
Yeah.
name, but that's what it was called.
Uh-huh.
And it was not part of the curriculum. Like there was no journalism
Girlfriend?
school.
Oh,
no, the
journalism.
journalism
Oh.
school. So what I'm saying is, talk about busy, and I'm playing
I know, but you
intramural
still had a
sports.
girlfriend.
I know, but my schedule every day was just bam, 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 bam.
That's why you need this.
But it was
Google
in my
calendar.
head. I just knew what it was.
But
I
now
know
there's a
now I got to
Google
go
calendar.
do this.
Now you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, but you're not actually responding to Kelly's point, which is, doesn't this take all the romance out of it?
It does.
Right?
That's what I
because
just
now
said,
it's
but
like
I don't know-
mechanical hookup.
I don't know
It's
how
like riding a mechanical
Yes,
bull.
but I don't know how romantic college versus once you get out of college and then you're in the real world.
Well,
and
maybe
then you're
romance
working.
has died.
Romance is not dead.
Well, it sounds
Maybe
like it is
you're
on
right.
that schedule.
Well, this is because these kids are trying to do everything, in a day. So I don't know. Maybe it depends on the people, the guy and girl. If they still want to be romantic, I'm sure they could find romance somewhere. But I find it's a terrible world. It's
Yeah,
a
but
terrible
for-
world that we have to book if you look at my calendar, I'm booked 24 hours a day. And then it's like, now it's time to go to sleep. And I got, 5.5 hours? I can maybe sleep. Now I'm back. It's crazy.
Okay.
So it's
There you
sad.
go.
Romance is not. Romance is now you have to schedule romance. I agree with her.
Which does not work.
No, well, it's sad.
Romance pays no heed to time. It has to move at its own pace, right?
Yeah, that's what romance is.
What
It
if
just
you're
happens.
not in the mood, quote unquote, when it's 7:15 and your hookup knocks on the
Well,
door.
that's terrible.
Okay.
That's like when people are trying to get pregnant, they have to,
Well, that's like
you
mechanical
know,
bull riding.
right?
Yeah.
So whatever.
Okay.
But I agree with her. Yes.
This
Bill.
is Robert from Buffalo. President Trump announced that 2028 Olympians will be tested to prevent transgender athletes. I'm all for it, says Robert, but Skip, I know you've spoken on this issue. Would love to hear yours and Ernestine's thoughts on what President Trump is trying to do. You want to go?
Well,
You want me to go?
I mean, I just have one idea, and this was after. I'm not as strongly opinionated on it as you are because you're in that world, but I think they should just create their own transgender
They could.
Olympic.
They could do that. Mm-hmm.
Because I think if guys,
Like their Para-Olympics, you could
that's
have
what I think.
transgender
So that's my
Olympics.
opinion
Okay?
on it.
I'd vote for that.
Okay.
Okay, so I always make the point that I choose to attend a church out here in Los Angeles that welcomes with an opening statement that the pastor makes every Sunday. First thing that she says, we have a female pastor.
Yeah.
She says that all races are welcome, all cultures are welcome, all gender identities are welcome, and all sexualities are welcome to our church. And I do believe in that. Me personally, I don't condone some of the sexuality, but I don't condemn it either. And I believe that obviously Jesus, as a son of God, would welcome any and everybody to church. So I welcome everybody to come in, and we have quite an eclectic collection at my church. Okay,
everyone is equal. And
I think I can
Hazel
hear
said
her.
yes.
She says yes. She seconds the
agrees on that.
emotion. And she's saying, why
She's
am
not
I
with
not
us,
equal?
but she's with
right?
us.
She's not equal. Mom, it's your fault.
She said they didn't mention the Maltese.
Yeah, you have banned Hazel from our church, right?
Yes.
Okay, so given that, again, as a sports fan, if not fanatic, when it comes to male versus female, if you're born a male, you're just going to have it's not always, but you're typically going to have some physical advantages over the woman. So if you change genders and you were naturally born a man, you should not be allowed to compete against women because you will typically, in most cases, have the advantage. And that's just not fair. Your point works. If you want to have your own Olympics, that's fine.
Olympics
but you can't, if you're born a man, you become a woman, then you can't say, well, I'm going to go compete for an Olympic gold medal against women, because in most cases, and at least in many cases, you're going to have a distinct physical advantage. Well, that's not fair, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, I think they're testing. There's so much testing that will be going on, I read. I don't know.
Okay, obviously, I don't always agree with President Trump, but in this case, I vehemently agree that there's no way that a transgender female should be allowed to compete against females. It's just not fair. And nobody should think that's fair, but that's nothing against the decision to become transgender. You can do that, and I'm fine. Again, I wouldn't, I don't espouse that personally, but I don't condemn you if that's what you want to do.
Right. Everybody has a right to do whatever they want to do in their life.
Okay.
And with their life. But when it comes to sports,
sports does not work.
then I think they
if you want to have your own games, you can have your own games. If you want to compete in your own league, you can compete in your own league. I got it. You get it. This is Keith from Phoenix, who says, another deep question. This week 5 people were shot at a base in Georgia. It seems every day there's just another horrific story of gun violence. Agreed. Innocent people getting killed or injured. What are your thoughts on gun control, and do you feel that, quote unquote, everyone has the right to bear arms?
Well, I have mixed emotions on that. I believe that you need to protect yourself in today's world.
Yeah.
Home invasions out here in LA are like going to the grocery store. It's on the news. Everybody is getting, the couple that she worked for, American Idol, and she and her husband were home. They brought the groceries home 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right?
Yeah. They walked into their house with their groceries. Some guy hopped their 14-foot fence with, whatever. They left a door open.
This was in Encino, I
Encino,
believe.
and and the guy found a gun in their house and shot them both in the head. Okay, so that's a horrible thing, and there's been a lot of break-ins out in that area, which is a nice area. So there you have a gun for home protection, and this idiot, horrible person breaks in and takes the gun and shoots you. I don't believe that you should be carrying a gun every day of your life walking in the street. I mean, it's really nutty. Driving out here, and I'm sure it's like they're anywhere else, but driving, you have to think twice before you say something to somebody if they pull up to you and they cut you off. Or even if I'm walking, because I walk a whole lot, some guy is turning and I'm walking, and normally I'd say, what is wrong with you? Don't you see me turning? I have to think twice, because what if the guy has a gun? That's how I live. So I don't think everybody should carry a gun. I think that you could have a permit for a gun for, if you're a doctor and you're walking and you have drugs on you or whatever you're doing, protection. But I don't think that it should be the Wild West, that every person should own a gun. The guy that walked into that office building, which I know all too well, on Park Avenue and 52nd Street, and comes in with a weapon and kills these innocent people, he has a gun. He had a private investigator's license from Vegas, which allows him to have a gun. He's a nut. There you go.
Okay.
So that's me.
Well said. I agree. I hear you. I had a road rage incident out here in LA. Guy showed me his gun.
Yeah, because the guy, you went to pull into the other lane and you didn't see him in your blind spot.
I didn't see him because he was coming up like driving 80 in the right
and sometimes
lane.
That happens. You don't see it in the blind
spot.
I just didn't
see it.
And then when he pulled up, you went to say, hey, I'm sorry, and he shows you a gun.
Yeah.
He's a nut. He should be arrested because he has a gun.
Look, I do believe that this country was built on some amendments, one of which gives us the right to bear arms for home protection. That's the essence of that. It's for home protection.
That's fine. Somebody breaks into your house and they're about to kill you. You whip out a gun and you blow their brains out. I'm all for that. But I'm not for, when I walk in Beverly Hills, I would like to know how many people walking on that street in their handbag, they have a gun. There's probably a lot of women, especially, they have the little mini guns that are so cute. Like toys.
This is easy for me to say, but I wish there could be a real crackdown on background checks. That you couldn't purchase a gun without being cleared and have a clean record. I know that gets complicated, and some people would say, well, I still deserve the right to bear arms just the way you do. And there are going to be some issues that will arise where it won't be fair to everybody, but that's the way it always is.
But look at during COVID, you had a gun from Y2K a billion years ago, and you brought that to California. You had no bullets. During COVID, when they were breaking into houses and people were really afraid for their life during COVID, we go legitimately to the gun store go and fill out the forms to get bullets. We're still waiting for bullets.
Still waiting.
But yet,
never got it back.
There are people all over the street, all over this country, they have bullets illegally in guns that are illegal.
Yeah.
And we go and we do the right thing, so to speak, Spike. And it's just ridiculous. So I just think a lot of bad people have guns too easily.
Your mom owned a gun for home protection?
We always had a gun. My father had a gun.
Okay.
But that was, we never, it wasn't like we carried the gun around the house and stuff, but we knew we had a gun in the back room. God forbid anything happened. My mother knew how to use it. That was okay.
Yeah. I have always owned a gun or a couple of guns for home protection, and I would not hesitate to shoot somebody if
I'd
they
kill him in a second.
broke into this house.
I have no qualms about that.
And threatens certainly her and or Hazel.
I have no qualms. Bring it on. But, walking into an office building with a gun is not the same thing.
But I agree with Keith. It seems like every other day there's another incident.
Horrible.
It's horrible. And it's hard to police and oversee.
Terrible.
Okay, quick left turn here. you can secure your privacy. This is your privacy on the internet with Surfshark. We've spoken about it before, but you can go to surfshark.com / my last name, Bayless. Go to surfshark.com / Bayless. Just use Bayless, my last name, and you can get 4 extra months of Surfshark for free. You can find the URL and the code in the show notes. And don't forget, it's risk-free for 30 days with a money-back guarantee.
I think that's worth it.
No
just
credit
to protect
card
your
involved.
computer.
Why not? Browse with complete protection. Protect your data. Explore the web securely. Surfshark.
That's another problem with people going into your
big
computer.
problem. Yes.
Craziness.
Whew. This is Mary from Brooklyn.
Yay, Brooklyn in
Go
the
Brooklyn.
house.
One of my kids' favorite shows is Wednesday, as in
Okay.
Addams Family Wednesday. Did either of you go through a goth punk grunge phase?
Actually, I knew the
Did
guy
you?
who was a producer on that show Wednesday.
Oh, yeah? You know everybody.
I do. I know a lot of
Name
people.
drop by Ernestine.
Yeah, I know. I did only from fashion aspect. From
Okay.
80s velvet, goth, lace, that type of thing. Corset, that was a big fashion thing. Grunge, Kurt Cobain, that whole influence, Seattle, t-shirts, baggy pants, flannel shirts, which I still wear flannel shirts today. And I think the punk was like Sid Vicious and Sid and Nancy and that whole 70s, 80s, that was big. But it's all for me from fashion. Everything turned into a little bit of a fashion look. So I did some of it.
Some of it.
Yeah.
But not
to the
makeup-wise,
extreme.
right?
No, I never
Not-
did goth where I had black eyeliner, and no, I never
And
did that.
I can attest you have no tattoos, correct?
I don't have a tattoo. No.
Unless you hid one from me.
Right. No.
Yeah.
I don't have a tattoo. No tattoos.
No tattoos here, no grunge phase here.
Fashion, that's where I did all of
Yeah,
that.
she did it fashion-wise.
And I like the music. I mean, I love all the different genres of music. Punk. I could listen to punk. I
Yeah,
can listen
no,
to
I got it.
grunge.
I'm not as into grunge as you are, but
Well, I could appreciate it for sure.
it sometimes just gets to
I mean,
sound like
Nirvana
loud
was-
noise.
Nirvana,
Yeah,
incredible. But,
there's a lot of screaming and shrieking going on.
well, not all the time, but
No?
no.
So I always fancied myself an athlete, baseball, basketball, golf. And
Yeah.
so that sort of runs counter to going through any wild phase,
Yeah,
right?
you're not a wild person.
No, but I did go rebellious in 7th grade when we first went to what was then junior high school. I did talk my mother into letting my aunt, whose name was weirdly Bugs. It's a weird
Yeah.
name, but they called her Bugs.
That is
I don't know why.
that's a
Okay.
nickname.
It was her nickname,
Yeah.
Bugs.
Yeah.
My mom was pretty. She was very pretty.
Yeah, she was very attractive.
Okay, but Bugs came over and peroxided my hair.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's,
in 7th
that was
grade. That was
advanced.
kind of grungy, right?
That's,
Not
yeah,
really.
that's advanced.
Yeah, and it would come
Definitely.
out like kind of orangey looking.
Yeah.
Right.
That's funny.
I tried, and it didn't really go that orange.
Too bad you didn't
but-
have a picture of that. That would have
yeah, I
been
know.
fun.
I tried. My hair
That's
was
good, though.
pretty long at that point.
That's good.
That was my rebellious stage.
All right, that fits in.
I was a real ladies' man in 7th grade.
The orange hair.
Yeah, with orange hair. Camille from Miami, Florida says, I love reading entertainment news, which is why I go on Deadline
too.
multiple times a day.
Me
So does
too.
she. Saw an article where Eddie Murphy defended his movie Norbit
I like
after all
Norbit.
those rumors that it cost him the Oscar for Dreamgirls. Should an actor or artist's previous work affect how they're viewed and considered for awards?
I don't think so. I think a lot of actors make bomb movies at some point in their career. And then if they do something that the work is worth acknowledging and getting an Oscar or an Emmy or whatever it is, I think they deserve it. I don't think you should look back and say, well, you did a really crummy movie and it bombed, so you can never get. That's horrible.
Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy, I like Norbit, but I think
You liked Norbit?
yeah, it was fun.
I didn't.
Well, anyway,
I
but
checked out
okay,
pretty fast. I thought it was just
but he's
awful.
done so many other great. I mean,
I got it.
just Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, no, I got it. He's great at what he does. He is really
He did
good.
that really fun Netflix Christmas movie.
He
I
did.
loved him.
It
Did
was
you
good.
watch
He
the
was
Candy
very
Cane
good.
Lane
It was
one?
great.
He was so
He was
good
very
in that.
funny in that. Just
So,
very real.
Dreamgirls. He was great.
Okay, the problem with this was Dreamgirls had already come out
Yeah.
and was nominated,
Yeah.
and then kaboom comes Norbit, and it just got savaged
No, it
by the
did.
critics.
But
I read some audience reviews. Some people did like
I
it.
liked
You
it.
liked
I mean,
it.
I wouldn't say it was like one of my top 10
It's
movies.
just one fat joke after another.
yeah.
And if you think obesity is funny,
No, I don't think
Be my
obesity
guest.
is fun. Now you're taking it in a different place, but whatever.
okay, you say it shouldn't matter, but you know it affected the psyches of too many voters because it's always so close and they're just sort of groping and they
Yeah,
don't
but
have
you
time
can't
to
look
watch
back at what
everything and they
somebody
say,
else
wait, he
did. I
just
mean,
did Norbit?
If the body of work that they just finished,
We can't give him an Oscar when
that's
he did Norbit,
ridiculous.
right?
They
The
should not-
timing was wrong.
They should not look back. It is what it is.
Oh, I understand.
So that's my 2 cents.
This is Rosie from Mexico City, and we do get them from
Mexico.
all
I love
over
Mexico
the world.
City. I went to a spa there.
So excited for the Freaky Friday
Yeah.
sequel, says Rosie.
Yep.
It's out. If you could, quote unquote, change bodies with one person, who would you pick? Change
I wrote
bodies.
some stuff
Freaky
down here.
Friday.
Let me see.
Homework.
Yeah, homework. I did
I'm
that.
rubbing off on
Oh.
you, finally.
I did. Yeah, right. I never did homework until I met you.
True.
Yeah, right. Supermodel, any supermodel from the 70s and 80s. We can go into the 90s. I mean, Naomi, Cindy,
Yeah.
Christy Turlington. But I
Why do
do
you always
like.
say Naomi?
I don't know. because
Naomi Watts.
I'm sure she has people that call her Naomi as opposed to Naomi. I come from New York. You come from where?
Podunk.
Podunk. That's why
Oklahoma
you
City.
say that. I also
Everybody
love
says
me
Naomi.
Christy Brinkley in the heyday.
Yeah, okay.
I just think it would be really amazing to be in that body for one day and just to live that life of, oh my God, just head to toe, absolute gorgeous craziness of trying to just exist, being so beautiful like that. And then my other one was, of course, I got 3. Celine Dion with that voice, Mariah, and Streisand.
How many did you just name? Like 20
I did
people?
about 25.
What if it's just one? Pick one. Just pick one. Have the guts, have the balls to just pick
Celine
one.
Dion.
You want to be Celine Dion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Celine Dion. Her
Why?
voice is off. the
Just for a
charts.
voice?
Oh. And I just think that
Isn't
she's
she
very
kind of a
cool.
diva?
No. And
No?
she has a really good
Okay, I
fashion
don't know.
sense. Her fashion sense, she's fashion icon with what she'll wear. Back in the day, even now, she's a little sick. Hopefully, she's better. But
Hope she's better.
yeah. And
By the
you?
way, you are prettier than Celine Dion,
Oh,
so I'll take
I
you
like-
over Celine.
thank
So
you,
don't change.
Thank you. Okay, but I like
I'm
Celine's
keeping you,
looks. Thank you.
if that's my
Appreciate it. Oh,
choice.
thank you.
Sorry. If you want to try somebody else. we could-
Okay. Oh, Christy Turlington, maybe in Griswold.
Oh, back.
Yes.
No, Christy Brinkley.
Christy Brinkley. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Christy
yeah.
Brinkley. Yeah.
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 Oh, back in that
yeah.
day?
And yeah. My God, when she
Okay,
comes.
maybe I'll.
Yeah.
go
Turn me
Christy
in for that
Brinkley.
one. Okay.
She was pretty sexy. In
Oh,
that.
she was
She didn't
oh.
have to say anything. She just.
with Billy
was.
Joel in the Uptown Girl video.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she
Okay.
was drop dead gorgeous.
If
and
you could
still
go
is.
back in the day, right?
But still is
Okay.
beautiful.
All right. I must say, I'm pretty content in my own skin. So there's
Okay,
nobody.
you're
I
always
just am
content in your own
dying to
skin.
be so and so.
Okay.
Okay.
You're always content in your own
Well,
skin.
I would pick one of 2 MJs.
Yeah. Oh, I know
Okay.
him already.
Okay. One would be Michael Jordan, but I
Right.
got to go back to '98. So the
Okay.
end of the Bulls run,
All right.
the Last Dance documentary.
Okay.
That Michael Jordan. If I could be
Yeah.
that guy for a day, for a one
Oh.
night in the NBA Finals,
Oh, yeah.
just to feel what that power felt
yes.
like.
Yes.
Good looking guy, but again, I'm just talking in the basketball sense.
Yeah.
Just the domination of it,
Yeah.
just the aura of walking into arena, that arena in Utah. I am Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I'm about to do this to you. And he did that to them.
Yeah,
if I could be that
that's a
guy for
good
that
one.
night,
Okay.
Game 6 night, the other MJ would be Mick Jagger.
I knew
Okay.
that.
So they once interviewed me back in my Dallas days for what was called D magazine.
I know it.
For a cover story in which I dressed up like Mick Jagger. I was like on stage as Mick Jagger because
Right.
my quote in the story was, just for 1 minute, I would like to feel what it felt like, because I'd seen Mick Jagger live twice in Dallas.
Yeah.
Once at the Cotton Bowl, once in Fort Worth Speedway. I think they had like 100,000 people at both of
Wow.
them. It was unbelievable, the power of that. And I thought, just for a moment, to have that microphone in your hand and feel like
Yeah.
you had
Well, you
100,000
rule the
people
world. Yeah.
at your every little
Yes.
flinch and movement,
Yes.
they're going to react.
Powerful.
It's pretty powerful. So I
Powerful.
thought, just for one night of performance, one concert,
Yes.
one
would be-
Cotton Bowl in Dallas night, I would want to be
The
Mick
best.
Jagger back in the day, back
Yeah.
at that point. Okay.
Those are good.
Okay. Speaking of entertainment, it is time for Skip and Ernestine to go to the movies on the couch,
Okay.
because we did, out of nowhere, we watched several things
Yeah,
over
we
the
did.
weekend, but we saw, just at my suggestion.
It was you want
because-
you suggested. I didn't want to even see it.
Okay, so I've seen every Jurassic Park. I've lost touch with how many there were,
Yeah.
but the first one got me, so I kept going
Yes.
back. And the last one,
It was okay.
I didn't like it that much.
No, I mean it wasn't great. but
So
it's okay.
on television, here in the living room, on this couch, we
right,
watched,
you were looking for something, and then
Yeah.
you said, "Hey, what?"
And we
you
had to
wanna
buy
watch
it for
Jurassic
$20.
1999.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's Jurassic Park Rebirth, and we were both from the start
Oh my God, edge of seat.
captivated.
Edge
Of seat. It is.
It's like Jaws.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is.
And it's much more suspenseful than even all the
It
rest.
doesn't take
but-
place in the park. That was the good
I
part.
mean, it's kind of the remnants of the park, but
yeah, but not,
no, not
really.
really,
It's
not
like
really.
you're going
Yeah.
through the park.
it's a
it's
whole
so
different
good.
premise. And
From
once the
beginning to
action
end.
starts,
Ugh. Oh my God, I was hiding my eyes. It was that good. And Scarlett
was hiding,
Johansson
yeah.
was great.
she's a badass. She pulled
Everybody
it off.
in that movie was good.
Yeah,
The whole movie was great. I've been telling all my friends, you have to watch it. You have to watch it.
yeah. It was really
It's
good.
a popcorn
And
summer
so she
movie.
immediately, when it finished, as the credits were rolling, she said, "This was better than the first
I
one."
thought it was better than the first
No
one.
way.
Oh, I don't know. I
mean,
think
that
it
was
was better
Steven
than-
Spielberg at his most genius.
Okay.
The first one, I mean, it was just
All right, it broke
the
you know,
essence.
it did. It created
By
the
the way,
world.
Spielberg also did Jaws, so
Right. But to
these are
me,
breakthroughs.
this takes place
these
a lot
are
with water.
groundbreakers.
It takes place with the water
Yeah,
world a
but
lot.
but there's a lot of water
what
involved
I'm
in this. A lot of
saying. It's like
oceanic
Jaws.
dinosaurs,
It's like
which I never thought
Jaws
about.
with dinosaurs instead.
Yeah, yeah,
It's so
that's true.
good.
It
I
is.
would-
It's like Jaws. That's exactly what it is.
Thank
Bingo.
you. It's really
Okay.
good. I say watch it and make some popcorn.
But the most suspenseful scene in the original were the two kids
When they're in the
getting
kitchen.
stuck in the kitchen
Yeah, that was great.
with the Velociraptor,
Yeah.
Toronto
That
Raptors,
was
named
great.
after the Velociraptors. And they're smaller dinosaurs, but they're
Yeah.
incredibly, if you read
Oh,
Michael
God.
Crichton's book,
They're
that
oh my
they're
God, vicious.
they are vicious, fast, and
They've got those
just
teeth
wicked.
and-
Yeah,
oh,
they can just rip you in
horrible.
two in a second.
yeah.
And they're not T-Rex size; they're more
They're like-
human
yeah.
size, but they're very sly and cunning and have
They were
great
hiding
sense
those
of smell
cabinets.
and,
Yeah, that was great.
and hearing. And so they're through
That
the
was
kitchen,
Good. Yeah, that was good. They're hiding
accidentally jostling the pans.
but that scene is like this movie is
The-
as good
the-
as
the-
that scene.
Yeah, this movie has multiple ones of those scenes.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's great. I'm telling you.
Okay, so we
So
really
good.
loved it.
Yeah, I loved it.
And then by chance we stumbled upon the next night, because I love John Wick, you love John Wick, you love it because you love Keanu Reeves. I love John Wick, the character, the
Yeah,
ultimate.
I do
badass
too. I don't love
character.
it just because of Keanu
No, but
Reeves.
he's
I mean,
hot to you. He's not
yes,
hot
but I
to
like
me.
the story. It's not like I'm that shallow that all I do is, oh, I love Keanu. I love John
It
Wick.
is, but it's
That's
okay.
so not
It's
true.
okay. It is true, but it's okay. I give it up. I let
I
you
don't
have
even
it.
know how you can even
But
say
you're always
that.
saying, "Oh, Wick, you like drool over him."
I'm not drooling. I think he's gorgeous, but I love
There you go.
the character.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm that shallow. I just look at it for, oh, he's so cute.
Here,
I don't care about anything.
Hazel's trying to claw her way out of the
Okay.
bedroom because she is worried about the John Wick dog dying. She says, protect the
thing.
dogs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we stumble upon the documentary called Wick is Pain. Highly, highly recommended. If you care anything about any of the John Wicks, especially the
Right,
first
and I only
one.
care about it because Keanu
Okay,
Reeves was
whatever.
narrating
Okay,
it.
now your feelings are hurt. You got
Yeah.
to get over it. You got to
Okay.
move on.
Right,
We're moving on
okay.
from that. The point is that most documentaries, it gets a little tedious after a while. This is as riveting as Jurassic Park Rebirth,
It's
where
great.
from the first scene, the
What
first
goes
interview,
behind
that
with
they
all
just
the
grab you, and
stunts, how they-
Keanu participates like crazy in
How
this.
they created the stunts and how the
This
directors
is
were
what
the
gets me
stuntmen
about
and-
Hollywood, and we both had our Hollywood successes and failures, but it's the old line about Hollywood. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going to work. Well, nobody liked the original John Wick. They couldn't get funding for it.
No.
And Eva Longoria actually saved it. It was going to die on the vine.
She
It
gave
was
the
not
money
going
for
to
it.
actually come out.
No.
They thought they had made what looked like a pretty good movie, though they couldn't tell. And she saved it with her funding.
They had
And
no
I hope
money,
she made
right.
$1 billion off it, because whoever funded it made a lot of money.
It was great.
But the point is that it got rejected by every studio. And this was actually after it was cut, and they
No,
had
it
a
was the
hellacious
finished
hard time
product.
cutting it. These are two former stuntmen, one more than the other, but
Well, one helped him become the Matrix.
yes,
That's how
yes,
far back they go.
The one driving force is the guy who was his stunt double in the Matrix, and then
who taught Bruce. He was with
Bruce
Lee and
in
his
the Crow
son,
movie, he doubled for after
Brandon Lee.
the terrible thing happened. But the point is, here's another project that became an all-time force in the history of Hollywood. John Wick,
Hollywood's legend,
and every studio passed on the final cut of it, not on the script, but on the final cut. They passed, and only Lionsgate, with whom I've had some dealings, only Lionsgate said, well, we'll take the domestic rights to it. They'd already sort of agreed to take the domestic rights, but they didn't love it, and they paid nothing for it.
Right.
And then they got one break because
an executive at Lionsgate said, let's put together a trailer.
Okay, the trailer, and it just popped, and it really
and people
worked.
were just astounded.
Yeah, but then they got a break in the scheduling because that October, somebody dropped out. Oh, the Kingsman. That's right. The Kingsman, the original Kingsman movie,
great.
dropped out and rescheduled for the spring to open.
So they had an opening.
And there was an opening, and all of a sudden, thanks to Eva Longoria, and all of a sudden, thanks to the Kingsman going to the spring, on October the 15th or whatever it was, they had a chance to be on 1,500 screens.
Yeah.
We saw it. We were in Bristol, Connecticut, in, where do we go to the movies?
Farmington.
We went to the Farmington movies.
By ESPN.
Yeah, in Central Connecticut on opening Friday night. We went to see it with no real idea what it was. I'd read a couple of reviews, but I didn't get it. We had no idea. We just kind of went like, let's check this out. Sounds interesting.
It's incredible.
We were knocked out of our seats.
The bottom line is, if you like John Wick, you should watch
You got to
this
watch this,
documentary.
because all the behind the scenes.
It is just
and listen,
incredible.
I'll give Keanu Reeves this.
98% of him doing those
Nobody
stunts
works harder at a movie than Keanu Reeves. He does, as you
incredible.
Said, yeah, like 98%. And he trains
His
like
body
a maniac.
Is so beat up
and so they kept showing for the documentary, they would show their bodies underneath all those clothes.
He had more bruises
Keanu Reeves' body was beat to hell.
battered.
It was battered. It's bruises everywhere, scrapes, cuts, knees cut.
But the fact that he learned all of that, you know,
And they were saying
whatever,
when
jitsu and
he did it all, but when he limps in John Wick, it's because he's actually hurt.
yeah,
He blew up his knee.
yeah, he is
He didn't
dedicated.
blow it out. He just hurt it
he's
badly.
dedicated to
And
that
Chad, the director,
genre,
I don't know
yeah.
how to say his last
Yeah.
name, Stafalski.
Mhm.
As a stuntman, he broke everything. He tore everything in his body
Yeah.
multiple times. And then they showed the stuntman trying to create the fall that ended, was it 2? Where he falls
outside
out
one of
off the
windows,
back of the Continental.
hmm
And
being Keanu.
yeah, he's
He was
being,
playing
the stuntman does it. And it's
Just
it's
incredible. These guys that risk their life.
it's
to be
frightening.
stuntmen.
I thought he died.
And even Keanu said he's really doing the stunt that
Yeah.
I'm not going to do,
Yeah.
risking his life.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
You got to
it's-
watch it if you care anything at all
If you
about
like
Wick.
anything about stunts or stuntmen or John Wick
Okay.
or Keanu.
And then we love, what's it pronounced?
Poirot
She
and
calls
Marple.
Poirot, it's Poirot, but Hercule Poirot. It's
Agatha Christie
it's the Agatha Christie series
with David Suchet.
with David Suchet, who becomes Hercule.
He's
He just
incredible.
becomes Hercule. And we've seen everyone, or so we thought, and I magically
Yeah, you seem to find one that
hit
we never
one.
watched.
called
on the
1-2
BBC.
Buckle My Shoe. If you know these episodes, they're so good. It's like parlor murders, so it's not
everything.
gory. It's not,
you watch
which
and
she
you're-
appreciates because it's never. I mean,
Well, it's not
in
bloody,
this one, a
bloody,
guy
bloody.
got shot in the head,
yeah,
but,
but they don't really show it. But
they don't show the blood or the gore.
once you start, you go into another world of costumes that are incredible.
It's
scenery. Everything is so to the
Highly recommended.
yeah, it's incredible. So
This is Gemma from Gainesville, Florida. Just saw the trailer of Spike Lee's new movie, and it looks great, Skip. I know you're friends with Spike. I do love Spike. What is each of yours favorite Spike Lee joint, as they say? What is your 40
I gotta
acres
look
and
up
a
mine.
mule?
Let's see. Okay, mine is She's Gotta Have It.
Another list?
Yep, She's Gotta Have It.
Okay.
That was his number 1, I think.
Okay.
That's like my favorite. And then Girl 6, which is she plays a phone sex operator who ends up with one of the callers, she has a relationship with him, and that was played by Peter Berg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Girl 6, it's really good.
Girl 6.
Girl 6.
Okay, I don't know how I missed it, but I didn't see Girl
I
6,
loved
so
it.
that's our next project.
it's good.
I'm going to we're going to rent Girl 6 if we
Yeah.
can find it. I'm sure we
sure it's
can
on
on Amazon
Amazon.
somewhere. Look, for me, it's just do the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to pick do the right thing.
Yeah, that's
It's the essence of Brooklyn,
mhm.
of New York, of summer in New York,
Danny Aiello.
and Spike at his greatest. Both writing, directing, and acting, it's Spike at his greatest. Do the right
Spike
thing.
is in Girl 6.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Radio Raheem.
He's genius.
He's
Spike.
just genius. He's the Woody Allen.
I
Yeah,
was gonna
he's.
say
I
the
know
same
they're
thing.
they're
He
the
is-
same.
Yep,
Just genius. Very
genius.
different, but very alike in how they're so productive. Spike just keeps
And
on
they both
keeping
love
on.
New York. That's what
do
I
they?
appreciate.
Live
so.
for New York. This is Brittany from Auburn, Alabama. Our quote-unquote boy, George Clooney's new movie, just released its trailer. And Brittany says, the celebrities you quote-unquote bash on this show, like Clooney, do you actually watch their stuff or listen to their music, or is it a complete no thanks?
I love George Clooney. I don't bash him for
Okay, we bashed
being
him for his relationship because
relationship
it
because
doesn't seem real. What
that-
they were saying in their
They
interview.
never have a fight. They've been together
That's
10
a
years,
lie.
whatever.
Yeah,
I
that's
love him as
Hollywood.
an actor. I've always loved him. I loved him since ER and Facts of Life. That's how far back I
Wow.
go with George Clooney. So
I don't go that far back. You're a
I
lot
do.
older than I am.
That's
so
true,
you would
yeah.
know.
I loved him. Okay. Good Night, Good Luck.
Oh,
Edward
it's
R.
great.
Murrow
It was
story.
just great.
Incredible.
Agreed.
Siriano. That was
Siriana.
yeah. That was great. Let me see. Up in the Air.
It's very good.
The American.
Vera
that was,
Farmiga.
That
Yes,
was
okay.
in,
The American was
that
great.
That was incredible. Ides of March.
It was
That was
very
great.
good.
Hail Caesar
It was
one of the best.
One of the best. It might
And
be
I
at
wrote
the
one
top
down
of
that
my
I
list.
can't read what I wrote, but Michael
Clayton.
That was great. Michael Clayton was great.
It was great.
I love him in all those movies.
The Good German. It's
Oh
really
yeah.
good. Do you
Oh my
remember
God, yeah.
It's
That was really good.
And then if you want to just go pure entertainment, Ocean's 11.
Oh yeah, Ocean's 11. That was good.
Out
I
of
like the
Sight
original, but
with
oh yeah,
Jennifer.
that was
Jennifer Lopez.
Yep, Jennifer Lopez. That was.
I don't
good,
know.
too.
Well, okay, so Brittany, don't miss the point. We love George Clooney as
love
an
him.
actor. We know it all, love it all for the most. I didn't like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh.
Okay,
I didn't like the
couldn't
one he did not that long ago, maybe last year with Julia Roberts, where the daughter was getting married.
no.
I tried to watch it, but it was so bad I had to shut that off. But I like
It's
him
like
in more serious roles.
I'm George, I'm
Yeah,
Julia.
Yeah,
I'm George, I'm Julia.
Ocean's 11.
So
You can't beat
self-conscious.
the Rat Pack, so
No.
that to me is whatever. But all the other movies, I love.
Okay, in his case, and with a lot of the music we
Yeah.
talk about, I know the music. We're usually commenting, not so well. We could go back and forth on this, but with George Clooney, we're just
love.
commenting on what's
just
her
a
name?
fakeness, Amal.
Amal.
That they
It was just
never
fake.
have a
It
fight.
was
They
just Hollywood
just-
fake.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we did bash.
but we love George Clooney.
This is Nash from Detroit. I can't get enough of the show Perfect Match on Netflix. Would you consider yourselves a perfect match? And to go even further, would you argue you're
Can't even
chuckle.
say it.
the most perfect match ever?
Never.
Never,
Ever,
she would
ever,
say.
never.
No, sorry.
No. We are not a perfect match
Because?
of everything.
Because of everything?
Maybe we should name the things that we do match, because that would probably be. There's no way. Never. On paper, on non-paper,
A Jewish girl from New York
with
and a public school kid from
Oklahoma City, who lives for sports, and I've never been to a game in
No.
my life. One
Mm-mm.
game. So I highly doubt it. There you go.
Okay. While I don't appreciate your answer,
The reality hurts sometimes, but
okay, I understand. At a glance, we're not a perfect match.
why not? You
Yeah.
got to go way down.
Okay, but the truth is, I always say you can rank or gauge a relationship on, are you able to take long drives together? Are you able to take, for what it's worth, long walks together? Are you able every Friday night to look forward to date night together alone, just the two of you? Do you, when you go out to eat, often go as a couple as opposed to needing 2, 3, 4, 5 other couples off which you can play and sort of lose yourself into the conversation, men to men, women with women? If
The
you,
answer is yes to any of those
that is
questions.
correct. And we do love being alone together.
We do.
Okay, that qualifies to me as a perfect match. Not in other.
Not on what you would write down
Yeah.
on your,
Okay, I got
your
it.
wish
Yeah.
list for someone.
Okay, but
Because I don't think those wish lists are real.
I say about you all the time, it's the God's truth. I'm never bored with you.
Thank
I
you.
never say, oh God, I gotta be with her again tonight.
Oh, God.
So every
I'll take
waking
Hazel
moment
instead. Uh-huh.
that, okay, I don't go play poker with the guys
There we
on
go.
Wednesday night
Uh-huh.
or whatever.
And
Well, I
go
don't.
with the girls on Wednesday night.
Okay,
either
you
go
don't
to the
do it.
strip clubs,
Okay,
right?
we're together,
Right.
and we fight a lot.
Right.
We argue a lot. We get on each other's nerves quite a bit.
Well, I mean, I don't
The
think
usual.
any
I
more
mean,
than
it's just-
anybody else. It's
Okay.
just that other people don't admit it, maybe.
Okay, so we have endured for, well, we're almost to 20 years.
right.
Okay, so that's pretty great.
Yeah.
And yet, would I have chosen her? You hate that word,
Chosen.
but off a off a piece of paper, if I looked
No,
at it,
if you wrote
I'd
down
say,
what your wish
that's-
list is for someone,
that's insane. This won't
all
work.
of the things that I would
This
want for
won't work.
someone,
This won't work. This won't
you
work.
don't
This
have.
won't work.
You're not,
Right?
you know, but that's the way
Okay.
it goes.
Okay. So could I find anyone anywhere who would be more loyal to me, more sort
No.
of devoted to
Dedicated.
dedicated, yeah, to
No.
this, to being with me, beside me, behind me, all those things, whatever. I couldn't.
Never.
Okay, so that's pretty perfect to me. I couldn't find anybody who would fight harder for me
No.
than she will fight for me.
No.
Literally would fight for me in the
Yes.
street if
Give me a
somebody
Give me a gun.
well if somebody sort of comes after me,
Oh, I
she'll
beat the crap out of
yeah.
them. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So
all
there
right.
you go.
So that's pretty perfect.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so you scoffed at this question, you laughed
Well,
at this
I laugh
question,
at it because
and then
the
look
thing
where
is
we
about
got.
the perfectness. There's no perfect relationship.
Well, obviously there's not.
But that's what
there's
people
no
think. People think
Prince Charming.
Right,
There's
but
no
people
Cinderella.
think,
There's
oh,
no
they're perfect together. They're perfect. And my mother would always say, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
you don't.
That is the truth on many
Okay,
different
and
levels.
even though we
Right?
try to reveal as much as possible, you don't know what goes on
Right.
behind
We don't know
our
what goes
closed
on
doors.
behind all of these
Okay, she has a
people's lives.
terrible temper. I also do, but it's more slow.
Oh, he has a
going.
temper that lasts for weeks.
Okay,
I don't have a temper that
but hers
lasts
goes
for weeks. Mine are
quicker.
quick like that.
she is
I
like
move on. He can hold a grudge and hold his temper
hold a
for
grudge.
3
I
weeks.
just get offended.
He doesn't talk. He's moody. Blah 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 blah. Whatever.
Okay,
But it is what it is.
what are you gonna do? I don't know.
Just get over it. You learn how to you learn about the person and what they're about, and
Okay.
then you learn how to adapt, or
Okay.
you don't adapt, and that's why people split.
All right, but bottom line,
Right.
am I looking forward to Friday night date night this coming? Yes, I am.
Me too.
I can't do better than that.
Me too.
Okay.
So
What do you
there
say
you go. Yeah.
when I go away, which is
I
rare?
say,
Place ain't the
"Oh,
same
place
without
ain't
you.
the same
She
without
says that
you."
every time.
I say it. Place ain't the same without you.
Okay.
Hazel and I walk around. We go,
Mm,
he's not here.
not here.
We both scratch at your office door.
Okay. Perfect match.
Where's Skip?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
And what do you do when I'm not here? You call me and you say, where do I get these Ziploc bags out of
I
the
know.
kitchen? Where are they?
That's true. I'm lost
He's
without her.
lost without me. He
Perfect
doesn't know where the
match.
Ziploc bags are.
Maybe it is the all-time perfect match.
It is.
Okay. This is Austin Garza, 5305. Austin Garza
Austin.
says, Ernestine, would you consider Skip a gentleman? A gentleman.
I would consider Skip a gentleman in
Wow.
the old-fashioned
Finally
sense of
got
the
some
word.
kind of a
Yeah, I
compliment.
give him kudos on that. No, he's very good about holding doors. He's very good about, he's a gentleman.
Saying thank you.
Yeah, you always say thank you whenever, even when we have a fight, you say thank you. Like last night, this morning, when I went to talk to you when you were on the bike and I wanted to tell you something I was watching on Good Morning America, and I said, hey, you know what they just said? And you said, I'm trying to focus on my work, thank you. And I said, oh, you're welcome.
I was, because
Right.
I was
So he said
gonna
thank
tape
you, even-
one of my shows
Right.
that nobody watches.
Right.
It's called the
your
Skip Bayless
Skip
Show.
Bayless show. Who knows?
Nobody watches. They only
But,
watch this show.
He's very good. He's an old-fashioned gentleman.
I was actually going over my scripts
Oh.
for the Skip Bayless show while I was on the exercise bike,
Okay.
and I'm
Excuse
up
me, but
against
I was-
the deadline. I got to get through the script so I can tape.
Right, and I was watching Good
And
Morning
she's
America
saying,
working
"Hey, can
out.
you believe that
And I was going to say something funny, and I can't remember what it was about.
it
but then you
wasn't
said,
funny?
I was going to say, oh, look do you see blah, blah, blah.
Just
and then,
random
yeah, random
surfacey
Good Morning America stuff.
I said, I don't have time.
But he is a gentleman. I would give
Thank
him 99% of the time gentleman.
Thank you. I tried.
You're welcome.
Once. I got 1
You
point.
got that going for you.
Okay, I got to read this handle because it's
Okay.
the best one ever. This is at December 4,
Oh,
all
your
time,
birthday.
always. That's my birthday. So maybe this is,
that could be an ode to Skip.
is this like
It's very nice.
one of those burner accounts for me? No, I don't have any burner accounts. December 4th, all time, always
You and
says,
Kevin Durant.
Exactly. I think Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson is an odder couple than Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
That is true.
I'll
I
buy
give you
that.
that totally.
And Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion is the oddest.
I said that to Skip the other
I don't think
day.
it's
I
that
said,
odd.
wow, I didn't know that Klay Thompson was dating her. And then you said, yeah. I said,
And
wow.
December 4th goes on to say, they are the real-life Kip Dynamite and LaFonda Lucas from Napoleon Dynamite.
Right.
I didn't love that movie, but whatever.
Yeah.
Jay Crawford
loved
He
that
just
movie.
loved it. I was like, really? I had
But
a
I
hard time
agree.
getting
I
through
agree
that
with-
movie.
I
Okay,
agree
well,
with
Klay
Liam.
Thompson's
I like
kind of a
Klay
young
Thompson a whole
stallion.
lot.
I don't know. He's a
I think
good-looking
he's got an
guy.
edge
Megan
to
Thee
him.
Stallion. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they are good together, but Belichick and Jordan take the cake for,
Yep, they
over
do.
everybody.
And by the way, at Ronald Dobbs -VW8 adds,
cool.
back in the day, the most random couple was Julia Roberts and Lyle Lovett.
That is true.
Boom.
But I'm a big Lyle Lovett fan, so I could
She
see
is.
where she was attracted to him.
Just to his music?
and
his
he's
voice?
very cool. He's a very cool dude.
He's kind of an
So-
odd duck to me.
No, very talented, very cool. So
Yeah.
I could get it. I understand it.
But, okay. I don't mind Klay Thompson and Megan Thee
No,
Stallion.
maybe not, because I think he has an edge to him. He's,
I do
you
too.
know.
Okay. This is at DVA45. What do you make of people throwing adult toys during these WNBA games? And DVA says, I find it hysterical.
It's just
Well, I
ridiculous.
don't find it hysterical, I can tell
I
you
just
that.
read in the Post on Saturday that this idiot guy threw a toy onto the Barkley court and hit a 12-year-old girl in her leg. They had to take her to the hospital because it came whirling so fast. It's so stupid. I don't get it. I mean, is it supposed to be so funny? I don't.
Well, then I read that some jump-starty crypto company was trying to do it to become a
Promote?
meme, for them
Oh,
to
promote their
them, and so
product?
they somehow encouraged, or I don't know if they paid several people around the country
to do
to
it.
go to WNBA games to throw.
But now what I read they're
These
going to have to
toys.
do is now they're going to have to have the security now screen and look for that now when
They
people
will.
are checking through. So it's going to take more time to get through with their backpacks and do you have any sex toys? Blah, blah. Just give it up.
Yeah, I knew this had to be somehow orchestrated by a group. That it couldn't just be random
It's so
sex toys
stupid.
thrown at
What's
WNBA
the point?
games.
It's just ridiculous. And they're so little. Like, what are you going to do? Go out on the court looking, I think that's a vibrator. You know?
This is from Barbara from Washington, D.C. I read that Hamilton will be shown in movie theaters. Do you like, love, or hate musical theater?
Love. I could live
She
in the
lives for
theater
it.
24
Agreed.
hours a day. I could see every musical there is. I watch TCM for musicals. I live for Guys and Dolls, 42nd Street, anything old musical.
She does. She's an old soul.
I'm an old Fred Astaire, Ginger
And
Rogers.
when we
my
lived in New
favorite.
York, she and I went to many
Used to go to a
musicals.
lot. I would buy the tickets for a 2:00 matinee. Sometimes I would get it if I knew the costumer, and sometimes he'd fall asleep. But
I never fell asleep
you
in
would,
a
but then
musical.
again, yeah, you didn't love him that much.
I did too.
You would maybe because you were tired from ESPN days or something. But anyway,
No.
I'm lover. Anytime you have people singing in a theater, I'm there.
Okay.
Or in a movie.
Here's my pet peeve. It's when you take the musical off stage and make it a movie, you feel compelled, the producers feel compelled, to cast movie stars in singing parts, and they can kind of sing, but they really can't. So
Yeah.
we liked, obviously, Mamma Mia,
Mamma Mia,
ABBA,
yeah.
and we saw it
We saw it twice.
twice. We didn't love the second
The show at the
cast that
Winter
much.
Garden. It's coming
Yeah,
back again.
It's coming back again. But again, we love ABBA's music.
Love.
But in the theater, you're getting young people who can just belt.
And older people.
Well,
all
I know,
ages,
but all ages. But you're getting cream of the crop, upcoming
Broadway
singers,
stars.
Broadway singers, who can just rock the rafters with their voices because nobody knows who they are because nobody cares who they really
well, plus
are.
also then you do get stars. Patti LuPone.
Yeah, sometimes.
Ben Vereen.
But
I
when we
mean,
saw Mamma Mia, we didn't know
no,
any
we
of the
didn't know the
stars,
cast.
and we
No,
didn't
they
care.
weren't cast.
And they were great.
Yeah, they
the
were
first one
incredible.
especially.
Yeah, the first one was
But
incredible.
then all of a sudden you do Mamma Mia the movie, and you've got to go get Pierce Brosnan, and he can't sing a lick, a note.
But
It was
I
awful.
think that's not the rule of it. I mean, look at Guys and Dolls had Marlon Brando, Frank Sinatra. I can't think of the lead, the female. I can't think of her name. Jean Simmons.
Okay.
These were
She
actors
knows
that
her
could sing, but
old movies.
Fred
She's the
Astaire and
best.
Ginger Rogers, they were. I think it depends, but to me, theater is theater, and then there's film.
Okay,
So, but
that
I
is
will
true.
watch music in any way.
Okay, this is Joe from Plano. James Cameron recently spoke out saying there's, quote, danger of a Terminator-style apocalypse happening if you put AI together with weapons systems, unquote. There's part of me, says Joe, that actually believes him. Could you ever see this happening?
I guess. I mean, it's pretty scary to think, but I guess they have these robotic dogs and different. They have waiters that are, they're robots and they're controlled by somebody. So I guess if you have it in the wrong hands, it could be a problem. No?
I am horrified by this possibility because I think it is an imminent threat to our society. I never thought I would see the day that cars without drivers would be everywhere in Los Angeles, California, and now
crazy.
they're everywhere, called Waymo cars. They pick you up and take you.
Yeah, they're like an Uber car.
Uber.
I wouldn't get in one of those cars if you paid me $1 million. Can you, me who's claustrophobic, I'm going to get in one of those cars that, what if the doors don't open? I can't get them to stop. Can you imagine? I always have this vision. I'm going to have to climb over the seat like a Starsky and Hutch episode or some kind of action movie and try to take the steering wheel. It's crazy.
It's pretty crazy. But if you saw, we go back to Will Smith in I, Robot, I think it was 2004, way ahead of the curve, because that's what we're talking about. And if you listen to some of the creators and inventors of AI, they are also currently horrified at the prospect of allowing artificial intelligence to take over a weapon system. Lord help us. Yeah, Lord help us. Because if you give the intelligence the ability to dominate, it might start to dominate you with your weapon system.
That's scary.
Okay, now for some quick callback fallout from our Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad controversy, our opinions of that. Just quickly, I'll blow through a few of these. This is AJ11OH-IO. Thank God I was so worried one of you would say Sydney Sweeney, the ad was racist.
Oh, God.
And this goes on to say, that's one reason why I'm conservative. The left reach for so many things and call it racist, sexist, etc. There are way more fake news on that side. Both sides are corrupt, though. One side is just way worse. As someone raised left, I don't understand how people don't see it. Then from X, there's Real Joe Bonanno. Nobody cares about Sydney Sweeney. It's just Republicans finally think they have an attractive girl. Okay.
God.
And then this is, I'm not sure how to pronounce Mayo, M-I-A-O, 10. Skip, you talked a lot of racial issues on First Take and Undisputed. I did. If you can't see the clear racial undertones in the Sydney Sweeney ad, I don't know what to tell you.
It's just a
Forgive me.
jeans ad. I don't know why this world has
And
gotten
finally,
so crazy.
At Darren Burns says, hearing Skip on political and social issues is the Skip we've been needing for years.
No, that's nice.
I'm not sure I'm
It's just a
qualified, but I
jeans
appreciate
ad.
that, Darren.
It's just I
I
buy
think it's just
American
a
Eagle
jeans
jeans
ad.
all the time. I have them on right now, and it's just they're just trying to get people to buy jeans. She's the hottest actress. She's got a body that's like outrageous, and so they want the jeans on the girl.
And
That's
finally, we wrap it up with at Sophia Kristinak, period. Happy birthday, Ernestine.
Oh,
you might
thank
not
you.
like birthdays, but it's
Yeah.
always good to at least be thankful for another
That
year of
is
life.
true.
by going out to a quiet brunch, lunch, or dinner with Skip.
That is so true. If you have your health, you have it all.
Although she opted not to go to dinner.
No, I didn't want to go to dinner. We
She
watched.
wanted just to stay
we watched
here.
Guns Up.
We saw Guns Up, and
Which
we
is
loved
so
Guns Up.
good.
We were highly entertained.
Very good.
Kevin James is an action hero. Who knew?
Kevin James is great.
Not funny. It's just
it's serious, but popcorn summer movie.
whew. I'm
That's
exhausted.
it, boy.
That's it for round 36. We will see you next week if, in fact, we're still speaking.
And Hazel.
Hazel. Free Hazel.
Free Hazel.
Free Hazel.
Peace out.